Do you and your partner have difficulties because one or both of you feel emotionally unsupported? Or do one of you struggle with being there for your partner when he or she is upset or feeling down? If so, this video should help.
Our Relationship
with Dr. Brian Doss. People differ in how they want to be supported, and problems arise when one partner doesn't meet the needs or expectation of the other. For example, a partner more in tune with feelings may share emotions when looking for support. However, if the other partner isn't as emotional, he or she may respond in a way that feels unsupportive, invalidating, or dismissive. These issues often create two cycles, either I am not overreacting, or I need you to listen, not to fix it. So let's first talk about the first problematic pattern. I am not overreacting. In this pattern, partners may differ on emotional expressiveness, emotional reactivity, or emotional sensitivity. One partner may feel unsupported when they seek emotional support, and the other partner responds in a way that feels invalidating. For example, by saying, "Oh, that's not a big deal," or by refusing to talk to the partner until he or she calms down. This can cause a lot of hurt, sadness, and resentment. The partner who is less emotionally reactive or expressive, on the other hand, may not understand why their partner is upset and may feel attacked when their partner accuses him or her of not caring. However, he or she may truly not understand why something is a big deal and may feel that he or she is helping when telling the other partner to just relax. This can often lead to frustration and both partners feeling misunderstood. So in this pattern, I want to first talk to the partner who feels emotionally unsupported. If this is you, you may be wondering, why can't my partner be there for me emotionally? What's wrong with them? Although you used to turn to your partner for emotional support, over time you may have learned that your partner likely won't be there for you in the way you want. As a result, you may get very upset when your partner doesn't support you, react with their surface emotions such as anger or frustration, or eventually open up less to your partner. If this sounds like you, here are some tips to improve the situation. The first tip is to develop a deep understanding. If you haven't already, I really encourage you to watch our video on how to get what we call a deep understanding of your relationship. Once you have this deep understanding, you'll probably realize that you and your partner likely have natural differences in emotional expressiveness or emotional sensitivity. Remember, your partner isn't trying to be unsupportive. When your partner doesn't respond in the way you need, try not to respond with anger, frustration, or other surface emotions that can make your partner react. Instead, talk with your partner and give him or her some tips on how he or she could respond in ways that would make you feel more supported. The second tip is try to strengthen your relationship. Because you feel unsupported, you likely also feel disconnected from your partner. Therefore, one suggestion is to increase intimacy in other domains. For example, if you're both comfortable with touch, consider cuddling, hugs, or even sex as a way to feel more connected. Other suggestions include prioritizing date nights or planning to do something fun together at least once a week, such as doing a physical activity, cooking together, playing a game, or watching TV. The third tip is remember other types of support. Try to recognize the way that your partner does support you, like being financially supportive, helping around the house, or being supportive of your career or schooling. By not dismissing these other types of support as valid, you're more likely to be less biased in how you view your partner and are more likely to feel supported, even if your partner isn't as sensitive or as emotional as you are. The fourth tip is decide if someone else can provide that support. While you certainly don't want to shut your partner out and not share any of your feelings, it may be that a friend or family member is going to be more naturally supportive in the way that you want. If you know that your partner just doesn't get why you're upset about a particular topic, consider talking with someone else instead. In this case, acceptance of your natural differences may be your best solution. Now what I want to do is talk to the partner who's told he or she is emotionally unsupportive. If this is you, you may think, why can't my partner get it that I'm trying my best to be supportive? I am supporting him or her, just not in the way my partner wants. Or maybe, I don't know how to be emotionally supportive. After hearing over and over how insensitive or unsupportive you are, you may feel frustrated or hurt. You may also feel stuck because you don't know how to make things better, or like you're being punished for not being as emotional as your partner is. These feelings may make you pull away from your partner or respond defensively. If this sounds like you, here are some tips to improve the situation. First, try to be a good listener. Being a supportive and validated partner starts with being a good listener. Often your partner just wants to share what he or she is feeling with you. So when your partner tells you something, don't just respond with opinions, judgments, or requests to calm down. Give your partner the time to express feelings. Also, use body language to show that you're listening. It's important that you make eye contact, turn your body towards them, and stop whatever else you're doing. Remember to put down your phone, for example. The second tip is remembering the key to listening. What's the key? Well, here it is. You can recognize your partner's feelings as valid without agreeing with him or her. So don't respond with statements that undermine your partner's feelings, like, it's not a big deal, or you're overreacting. Instead, summarize his or her feelings to show that you're understanding and that you're listening. Try to say things like, I can tell you're feeling really upset, or frustrated, or hurt, or whatever it is. Or, it sounds like that situation was really hard for you. Remember, your partner's entitled to his or her feelings just like you are. By responding in a way that summarizes your partner's feelings, your partner's going to feel heard and supported. The third tip is ask what your partner needs. At a time when your partner's not upset, have a conversation with them about what you could do when he or she is upset. Something that would feel good to your partner. Your partner might have some very simple ideas that would help. So far, I've talked about the first pattern. I'm not overreacting. Now let's talk about a second common pattern, what we call, I need you to listen, not fix it. In this pattern, one partner may feel unheard and unsupported when they seek support, and the other person starts problem solving or tries to fix it instead of listening. This can cause feelings of invalidation, hurt, sadness, or loneliness. The partner whose first instinct is to try to help their partner by solving the problem may feel annoyed or frustrated because it could feel like the partner just must enjoy being upset if the partner doesn't want to fix the problem. So while he or she initially felt the desire to help the partner, they end up tuning out their partner because they feel powerless to change the partner's situation. If we can't fix it, for example, why are we even talking about this? So let's dig into this a little bit more. I'm going to first talk to the partner who talks about their feelings a lot and wants that emotional support. If this is you, you may wonder, why can't my partner just listen instead of trying to fix it all the time? Sometimes I just need to feel heard. If so, you may feel hurt or frustrated when you're turning to your partner for emotional support and your partner responds with problem solving. This can leave you feeling like he or she doesn't care about your feelings. If this sounds like you, here are some tips to improve the situation. First, try to adjust your expectations. Think about, are there any ways in which your partner does provide support? Maybe just not in the way you're wanting. For example, are there some times when your partner's problem solving is helpful? This is an important question because when you're upset about something, you're more likely to focus on what your partner's not doing to your satisfaction, instead of focusing on when his or her responses to fix it actually are helpful. By asking yourself this question, you're more likely to notice and appreciate when your partner is meeting your needs. Second, remember your speaker skills. Whenever you share your frustrations with your partner or ask him or her for more help, remember how to be a good speaker. And if you don't know how to be a good speaker, try to watch that video that we have on that specific topic. Make sure to watch your tone of voice and not use blaming language. As much as you want him or her to respond to your emotional needs in a certain way, communicating often in a more demanding way will result in your partner pulling away and you not getting what you actually want from the conversation. The third tip is tell your partner what you want. If you know your partner has a tendency to jump right into problem solving, start the conversation by saying something like, you know what, I'm really upset and I just need you to listen to me for a few minutes, okay? That can help your partner get into the right mindset and avoid problem solving. The fourth tip is use a speaker-listener structure. We have a whole video on this if you're not familiar with it. You certainly don't want to use the speaker listener for every conversation, but if you've repeatedly tried to talk with your partner about a particular topic and he or she doesn't listen, consider using the speaker-listener structure. We talk about that in a separate video. On the other hand, maybe you're the problem-solving partner in this pattern. If so, you may wonder, why can't my partner just get it that I'm trying my best to be supportive? I am supporting you, just not in the way you want. My partner's expectations are just too high. If your partner reacts negatively to your problem solving, you may feel frustrated because your partner doesn't recognize that you're trying to help them. Additionally, you may not know how to provide support in the way your partner wants, which leaves you feeling sad or annoyed. If this sounds like you, here are some tips to improve the situation. First, try active listening. It may come from more naturally for you to jump right into problem solving when your partner expresses him or herself and lets you know how upset they are. But that can often feel invalidating to your partner when your partner just wants you to listen. Instead, show your listening by asking questions. Ask them what's going on. The second tip is ask how you can be more helpful. If you're unsure if your partner wants advice, ask, are you coming for me to advice or do you want me to listen? The fact that you're asking your partner for his or her needs will help him or her feel supported. The third tip is think about it in terms of your natural differences. If you haven't already, again, I encourage you to develop a deep understanding by watching that separate video. Once you have it, consider how each of your deep components could be contributing to both your and your partner's feelings. You and your partner likely have natural differences in emotional expressiveness, and if so, that's important to know.